The best time to start something new is in the new year. So if you've been procrastinating and you have been wanting to achieve your goals, let's do that now. I'm going to show you how to double your hair growth for 2023. So welcome to the Hennasooq channel. My name is Khadija and I am the CEO founder of this amazing brand, Hennasooq, where I specialize in henna natural hair color, Ayurvedic healthy hair care, and beautiful henna and jaguar body art. 2023 is going to be our year. And please note, I didn't say my year, I said our year. I got so much in store for you guys, both virtually and in person. So you don't want to miss this. So step one is about prepping your hair. So if you haven't had a trim in a while, now is a good time to trim your hair. Even if it's a light dusting, it's really important to starting your hair goals because we want to be able to lock in those ends with healthy ends that are not splitting. So definitely get a trim and let's just get a fresh slate going. And getting a trim regularly helps keep those split ends at bay, because if you keep letting them kind of, stay there, they're going to grow longer into the length of your hair and your split ends are going to get much longer. This can lead to breakage and thin ends. We don't want that. And did you know, little side story here, that ever since I started using henna and Ayurvedic hair care personally, for my own use, I have not seen split ends in, I can't even remember. I mean, I've been doing such a long time, but it really protects the ends of your hair. Like seriously, it really does. I don't see any of that. It really strengthens the hair and locks up those ends. And mind you, I am very bad at getting haircuts because it's hard for me to find someone who can cut my hair privately because I wear hijab. So that's a real issue for me. I can't just go out to the public and just, get my hair cut. And the person that I do go to, I need to get a day where she's closed basically so I can go in there privately. That's why I love that we're opening the Columbia, Maryland location, because we're going to be able to offer these more private services. And even if for people who are shy, people just want their own privacy and space when they're getting their hair done. And that's the kind of space that I want to create at the Hennasooq location in Columbia, Maryland. Now, step two, you're going to take inventory of your hair. What does that mean? Starting right now, I want you to literally go and pause this video and I want you to measure your hair length. We need a starting point. And as soon as you have that written down, and remember, if you need an e-journal to start planning and keeping track of all this, we have one right at Hennasooq. You can scoop up that ebook and that'll help you plan out your 2023 plans. And also, if you had already been using it, then you can reflect back on the 22 hair care regimens and steps and products that you've been using, because keeping track of your regimen is so important, because you're always going to want to look back at what you did. Maybe you remember that one time that it was really amazing, and then, or maybe there's like, oh, I don't want to do that one anymore. So this will help you plan 2023, because you have something to look back on and now you have something to look forward to. So now that you know what your hair loves and didn't love, that will help us have the tools to plan that 2023, and we can refresh those goals. So like, what exactly now are your hair goals for 2023? What do you expect to see? Because, hair does have a cycle. So you're going to have to be planning at least 6 to 8 week regimen plans of products and treatments that you're going to be doing on a regular basis. So that way you can see, where your hair is heading. So I really need you to start there and just write down the basic goals. Like, what do you want to achieve? Like, what do you want to see happen for your hair? Step 3, got to choose that regimen. Oh, and I got some for you guys. If you have a specific hair concern that you want to just dive into, you want to focus on, then the hair regimen plans that I have laid out for you already are right there at your fingertips. And not only do they include all the products, but it includes for free, no additional cost, 6-week digital regimen plan. It's all in one. I mean, it is a great value. And stay tuned, because we're doing a hair challenge this year. So very soon I'm going to have that coming up for you guys. But start there. Look at the hair regimen plans. Start getting an idea of what you want to do. And you can actually comment below on what your hair goals and what that hair regimen plan that you want to do and what you hope that we should do for the hair challenge for this year, for 2023, because I haven't even chosen yet. I haven't decided, because I wanted to do this video and see where you guys were at. And I wanted to, look at all the comments that you guys are gonna leave for us under this video. And then I'm gonna decide, as a team, like which direction are we gonna go in this year. So for the hair regimen plans that you're gonna be looking over, so all you have to do is go to hennasooq.com. Under the shop, there's a bunch of subcategories. There's a hair regimen guide right under featured on that subcategory. And I want you to look through that. It's going to give you a breakdown of all the hair regimen plans that we have. So we have maximum moisture, which is focusing on dry hair. We have Ayurvedic strength and growth. So it's like a really great beginner's one. Usually we have done a lot of hair challenges with that one because it's very easy. Go-to things are ready to use. A mask, they're just like ready to use, right? And another one of our regimens that we have is for fine and delicate hair strands, which is great for focusing on the care of those strands using Ayurvedic methods. Of course, we have henna hair dyeing, a complete guide to dyeing your hair with henna, indigo, and all the aftercare and everything you need in between. And we also have the restorative hair regimen, which is really great. If your hair is severely damaged and you need that restorative care, this one's the one for you. And last but not least, we have hair strengthening, which is infusing henna in different treatments to strengthen your hair and acts as a protein and give your hair the strength that it needs while keeping the balance with the moisture, reduce shedding. It's a great regimen that you guys will absolutely love. And if you do not choose a specific hair regimen from those, you have to at least come up with a plan of, let's say you start with at least 3 to 5 products that you can use every week as a treatment, a mask, a deep conditioner, have that in your rotation. Come up with a plan for yourself in this moment. And then you can do those regularly. And then that's when you're beginning to, plan that out and see how your hair starts feeling and the differences, and you'll be making notes on all of these things as you use these products. And don't forget, you got to get that ebook. It's a digital hair planner and journal that's going to help you keep track of all of these things. It's really important. It's easy to say, oh, I'll remember, and I can go back to it. Trust me, it takes but a second to forget. Like, what did I do 6 weeks ago? Just write everything down so you know what your hair loves and doesn't love. Now, step 4, you're gonna have to choose those herbs that you're gonna choose your individual products. Like, where are you gonna start? So depending on your hair goals, you're definitely gonna wanna break down the different herbs that we have that focus on particular areas that you wanna focus on. And for hair growth in particular, these are gonna be your go-to herbs, like your staples, like your must-haves. Like literally, you have to have these herbs on hand. If you are on a hair regimen journey for that hair growth, this is what you need. Amla for sure. Number 1 herb is definitely going to be that amla. Amla oil, amla powder. You have to have those. Fenugreek as well promotes growth, adds that moisture at the same time. That's a must-have. Aloe vera powder. Yes, again, another herb with a lot of moisture, really hydrating, and also promotes hair growth and also soothes the scalp a lot. It's just so nourishing, in that way for your scalp. You don't want to forget this one. Henna. And if you're concerned, you're like, oh, well, henna, but I don't really want to color my hair, I'm not sure. So if you don't mind the tint of reddish tones that you'll get from henna, perfect. Use it because it's going to come out gorgeous. If you're like, nah, then you got to get those hair teas. Not only do they reduce shedding and strengthen your hair and promote hair growth and treat your scalp, I mean, you can make a lot of variations of products that you can use with these hair teas. Like, you got the hair growth oil, you got the spritz, you got the rinse, and for all hair types and all hair textures. So yes, density, low porosity, everything. Those hair teas are a staple. You have to have them for sure. Step 5 is you're gonna have to protect your hair. Yes, absolutely. You need to have the tools to protect your hair. So you have to have your hair in protective styles, or use the herbs and oils that protect your hair from the sun. Henna, oh, it's so protective. That's definitely an herb that you should be using. And again, if you're concerned about the color, then use the hair tea, because you're going to get all the benefits of protecting your hair from these elements that will wreak havoc on your hair. So definitely use those to protect your hair. And certain oils like camellia oil also protect your hair from the sun. And the best serum of all, the argan serum oil, oof, you got to use that too. That is highly protective, especially if you like using heat. And don't be shy. If you want to put a hat on as well, just to protect your hair. And for my hijabis out there like myself, well, this is a really good protection as well from the sun. So you're doing good. Those who wear hijab though as well, if you're worried about some of the rubbing, then just wear like something really delicate underneath to protect your hair. Some people use like a satin cloth, kind of like almost like the handkerchief style, so that you can wrap your hair really nice and delicately without it rubbing and messing with your edges. And when you're sleeping, use that bonnet, use that silk pillowcase. Actually, can you believe it? I just got one for the first time just like a few months ago. Crazy. I was like, what was I missing? You know, so we're always evolving and growing, you know, so don't hesitate to use new things. And on a daily basis, hydrate your ends. Use the hair tea, use a light oil like the argan serum oil. You know, lock in that moisture at the ends of your hair and protect your hair, because it's really going to prevent those splits and damage. And we want those ends to be beautiful. And you also want to, you know, delicately brush your hair. So make sure you're using the right tools like a wood comb, wood brush. And there are a lot of great tools that you can use to delicately care for your hair. Just be really gentle. Nothing that tugs at it, pulls at it, you know, snatches it. Just really pay attention to your hair, you know, to have the best results ever. So I hope this helps. Remember, let me know in the comments below, what hair challenge do you want to do this year? I need your feedback so I can get on that and we can get that hair challenge ready for you guys, because it's going to be coming out really soon. So don't forget, you hit that subscribe and that bell. So stay tuned for the next video. It's coming up soon. I'll see you next time. Bye.